Okay. Camera's recording. Audio's recording. Hello. Welcome to the podcast, or basically my online diary. This is definitely going to be more of a diary-esque episode, if you will. I'm just trying to get on camera and do something because I feel like I haven't been able to accomplish like anything. Yeah, I guess this is going to be kind of just a life update, mental health update. I'm hoping to keep this short and sweet. I don't have much of a plan for it other than coming on here to ramble about my problems. And I'm already feeling like I'm such a Debbie Downer because my channel, although there is fun and comedy on my channel, there's also just like depressing stuff, I feel. The last thing I posted was an original song. And it's just really sad, and I'm supposed to play music this weekend, and I just feel like I can't play like at a gig sort of thing. It's like a festival outside. I haven't played live in forever, and I'm like I just feel like I can't play any of my original songs because they're just fucking Debbie Downer, depresso. Like, I'm just gonna bring everyone down, and I don't feel like playing them. I want to play something upbeat. I wish I had an archive of happy original songs, but I don't. I have ones that are less sad, but it's like I'm feeling a summer upbeat type of vibe, so I've just been learning some covers for that. But yeah, anyways, I guess the whole gist of everything right now is I'm just feeling like a piece of fucking shit. I'm feeling just the last month or two even, like I guess I'm burnt out, but I feel like I don't have a right to be. I don't have a regular freaking job. First of all, I just feel bad about that. I feel bad about everything. I feel guilty about like everything, anything, all the fucking time. Some periods in my life, like sometimes things are a lot better, but I'm just in a bit of a hole right now, and it's not the worst. I've had so much worse, but it's just hard for me to even talk about this stuff because I feel very ashamed by it. My whole freaking life I've struggled to keep a job, and then my boyfriend and I started we had a different channel, but the main channel that we have right now, it's a reaction channel on YouTube. It's called Internet Ramble Daily, and we actually get paid for that. But I just can't even accomplish that stuff. Like, he will do a lot of the editing sometimes, and then we were trying to hire editors so that we could, we wanted to start another channel, like a video game channel, because I don't know how to play video games, and then we thought it'd be funny to call it, like, non-gamer girlfriend tries to game or something like that. Anyways, yeah, we're just trying to, like, find someone to help take over the editing of that channel, because it's just a lot. It's a reaction channel, so the standard for reaction channels like that seems to be like 3 videos a day every day. We haven't been able to do that for a while, and we've tried a few different editors, and it just hasn't worked out. So then I like took over the editing again, and then I just quickly started to get burnt out. I'm trying to like figure out when this burnout started. Like I said, I feel like I don't deserve to be burnt out because I don't know what I've fucking done the last while besides when the Johnny Depp trial came around and I was doing some meme videos and content for that, like I put out, I feel like not that many videos about it, but I was putting out videos about it, but like behind the scenes, if I wasn't putting out a video about it, I was like researching extensively, like watching the trial every single day, writing notes and everything to do videos on. And then I started working on one of my original songs. I kind of rewrote it to coincide with that situation with the trial and everything, and I was going to do this whole music video thing for it, or like put clips together of the trial or whatever, and then like record it, produce it. I started producing that song, but then of course that's just like another one of my unfinished projects. Once the trial ended, I was like, I just gave up. I was like, okay, I guess it's over. My goal was to have it done before the trial ended, but there was no way that was gonna freaking happen because I started working on it so late. And where the frick am I going with this? Anyways, I remember when the trial was going on, I was just like, that's all my life was about, and I was listening. It was so much content and information to absorb because I was like, oh, I could keep making different videos, like splice together things like from the past, from the old depositions to the new stuff, and this like, I was trying to make like clips out of it, and like there was some that I just never ended up finishing or posting. But when was the trial? I think that was like a couple months ago, maybe month and a half ago. So I think I overworked myself then for sure. And then I was just so stressed when I was doing that about multiple things. I was stressed about just like having hardly any, just having lack of sleep, and that just will make you feel more anxious in that. But then I was like, I had a video that did pretty well. It's at like 1.9 million views. I had a few YouTube shorts that did pretty well. But it was kind of cool to be, like, my dream is to be successful at doing something creative, and there's people that would judge and be like, how dare you profit off of the trial or whatever. It's just, when you're a content creator, like, you create content, like, you know, Entertainment Tonight, when they talk about celebrities or whatever TV shows, like, they get paid for doing that work. The news, like, they get paid for reporting on the news, and like, I was putting these things together to like show the truth of the situation, that I don't know, things that I found. I had been following that trial actually like a year. I'd been following the situation before this trial started, like a year ago, because I had posted a cover song about it that I kind of made about the situation on this channel. And anyways, so it was like I was making revenue on my channel, whereas I was just like making revenue off of the reaction channel, because again, like, I don't have a job. Like, the YouTube, Google AdSense, like, that's how I get paid. My boyfriend, he is an instructor at a college, so luckily, like, he supports me when I don't freaking make enough money to support myself. Like, again, I'm just feeling so fucking ashamed about myself, but he's always wanted to pursue a creative endeavor, like YouTube and things like that. And so how I am is like just the ability for us to like do that, because if he was with someone that had like a solid set career that wanted to, it's just, I don't know how you can do that. I feel like there's like no way to do all the editing and everything. But so I was so stressed after I had some videos that were doing good and it was become a success, but then it's also like, oh, well, this is just because this happens to be some insanely popular thing, this pop culture phenomenon, that it's not like one of these is going to roll around for a while. Like, it's just like so many people were watching this trial and keeping up with it, and so it was just a super trending topic, and I happened to be really interested in it and wanting to make content because I was invested and interested in it, and I wanted justice for Johnny Depp. I could resonate with different sides of the story. I was like listening to these audio recordings, having some self-reflection myself, and like I learned something from it. But so there's like a bit of a high that of course there was a high experienced having that success, and then I'm like, well, what am I going to do when the trial's over, or like, now what? And like, when one of my videos really hit, it was like, oh my God, I have to top this now or do just as good. And every video after that, besides, I think maybe I did a few shorts that did like decent, but like I never, since everything I posted since that one, like I thought, oh, I can keep doing more of these types of videos, and it was kind of like the only one, besides a couple of YouTube shorts about it, that really like popped, like regular kind of video, or like I was just trying to replicate that. I was like, oh, I'll just keep doing this, and then I got conflicted because I was like, oh, well, I really want to do this song, but then if I work on the song, then I can't do any of these meme types of videos, and then I was just stressing so hard about losing the momentum I had gained, and like wanting to make more of those other videos, and but then like just wanting to do both, but knowing that there's no freaking time or way for that, because the trial was like Monday to Thursday for 7, I guess minus the breaks, it wasn't 7 hours, but at the end it became longer too. And it was just like I was trying to just do it all, and I wanted to keep up with the whole trial, even if I was just doing the songs, the song, because I was wanting to use different sound bites or information from it to add to my song and my video, like as it was going on. I wanted to, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but the way I wrote the song too, there's a line in it that's like, you've lost your mind. And I was like, well, if he technically loses in the trial, he still seems like he won the public opinion. But then I still kind of just wanted it to work. I was like, well, it's just going to work so much better if he actually wins. So I wanted to wait for the outcome of the trial till I released the song, because I'm like, well, I don't want to miss anything. And it was just this whole thing. And like, whoever's freaking watching this, if you didn't watch the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation lawsuit trial, you probably no freaking clue what I'm talking about at all. And this style of podcast diary thing, whatever I'm doing right now, is going to be difficult, because I'm like, heck, people probably might not have a clue what I'm talking about. But frankly, this is for my own therapeutic purposes, I guess, and to not fully disappear and just get back on my channel and have something that I don't have to edit, that I can just record and put out there. Mind you, my second episode, I did edit that one a ton. When I talked about the Roe v. Wade situation, because I just, that's such a sensitive topic, and I wanted to be clear with, I guess, how I felt or whatever. I don't know. I just really felt like I needed to edit that one. But yeah, this is classic rambly mess already. Anyways, some stuff I was looking into while I've been in my downer mode was self-limiting beliefs, which I feel like, I don't know, do I need to explain this? I feel like it would be a pretty straightforward type of concept, and before I stumbled upon it, it's like, oh yeah, I know self-limiting beliefs, I know what that is and that, but sometimes you hear about something years ago and it just doesn't click, like you just don't really get it or grasp the whole concept, and then years later you stumble upon it again and it's like, oh yeah, okay, this clicks or makes sense. So these self-limiting beliefs, I know I've struggled with this, I guess my whole life probably, but it's just so heightened right now, and it's just so much of my lack of productivity, lack of success, I feel, lack of actually truly getting somewhere, like building a channel consistently and an audience. I feel like it all freaking comes down to self-limiting beliefs. One of my biggest ones is the belief that I'm not good enough, and just having these feelings, these deep beliefs, I think it affects my thoughts, of course, and then like it's just all in my head. It just feels like it's all in my head. I work myself up to, I get excited about a project, and then I'll just talk myself out of it, or I'll get halfway through a project and then I guess I get in my head or something. I just get so stressed out about it, and then it's just hard to know exactly what sometimes is holding me back, but I guess it's just all boils down to fear in some sort of way. Like maybe it's just like fear of putting myself out there. But then I get confused because it's like, well, I'm fine posting, like I've been posting pretty hot political content, if you will, and it's like I think I'm over that. But then there's different fears, maybe just like fear of just being a perfectionist and with the editing, and fear of if it's complete enough, or just that, just not believing in myself. I don't know if that's a fear, scared of failing, scared of failure, but it's so confusing because it seems such simple, low level stuff. Like there's just a few things I'll have to add in a video, and then for some reason it's like I stress about, I guess, just getting it right, knowing like, oh, I've done this before, I'm sure I could do this, but like just sometimes when I'm just on the tail end of a project, it's the absolute hardest to just like get done. What helped me when I finally posted my song, the last video I did, because I think I probably filmed it and then it's like I didn't edit it right away. Like I let that one sit, of course, and then I finally got it edited, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna schedule it, because I researched when the best times were to post on YouTube, and what I'm always doing is just scrambling to get something done, and then, you know, it's like late at night, it's like the worst time to probably post, and then I'm like, oh, it's finally done. Okay, and I post it right away, like as soon as I'm done. But that video wasn't a time sensitive thing at all. I wasn't talking about some trending topic, so I could wait to post it. So then I scheduled it for like a few days later after I finished it and had it fully uploaded with everything ready to go, like the thumbnail, the title, the description. And the stress did dissipate a lot. I think one of the biggest things is social media stresses me the heck out. I stress about comments. I don't like negative comments. No one does, but for me, I can get triggered quite easily by certain things, and I just have this like anticipation anxiety. And for some reason, I even get triggered by positive comments. I feel bad saying that, and it's just because I feel like I stress so much. I just have such a guilt complex. I feel stressed and worried if I miss someone's comment that they're saying something really nice, and if I don't like answer right away or see it, or I miss something that was just like someone said the most nicest thing ever, and then I just feel guilty and bad, like, oh my god, I didn't answer that. Like I just feel a bit of a slave to, it's not like I get that many freaking comments on, especially on like these certain videos that get like hardly any views at all, but it just feels like, oh, I'm gonna have to like, when I'm finally done the project, I don't like, after, okay, I finally finished it, like the stress of the editing, and then being like, okay, now I gotta like do comments, and it's nice to separate it and have that on a different day. So I think how I'm gonna do things moving forward, unless it's something that's trending, like anything that's not a trending topic is something that can like wait, I think I'm going to schedule it. I thought it would be good to have multiple projects completed and have them banked so I can be more consistent with posting. But right now I feel pretty freaking pathetic because I am doing some editing for both channels, but it's just been such a struggle getting something done. Like, it's just so sad. It's like, oh my god, I've worked on this for how many days and it's still not done, and each day I'm sure, like, I'm not putting that much into it. I just get so burnt out so fast these days with the editing, whereas before it's like would be pulling all-nighters, or I would just be going for hours and hours. Like, I'd be so into it and focused, and I'm just having such a hard time to focus. So I was looking into the limiting belief stuff, and then I started, I think my boyfriend Sean, he showed me this motivational speech video thing. There's this YouTube channel called Motiversity, and they just have all these compilations of these motivational speakers, and then they put this really intense dramatic music in it, and they like splice all together. And I don't know, I guess that inspired me in some way to get healthy for real, because another factor of all this was, especially like even when I felt like I was doing a lot, like when I was putting videos out during the Johnny Depp trial and like working so hard and going at it so hard and this, like I just was getting like no sleep. I was living off iced cappuccinos, shitty food, not exercising at all, like sitting on the couch all day. Like I wasn't physically healthy, so no wonder it took a toll and I got burnt out. And so I think up until hearing that motivational speech sort of thing, I've been back at the gym, but just sporadically. I haven't really committed, and I just decided I should try to really wrangle my sleep schedule, exercise, eating healthy. So I just the eating healthy I really struggle with unless I'm exercising really hard. So I kind of figured out I was going to change my strategy, because I think I was like trying to like eat healthy and then I was exercising somewhat, but I'm like, I gotta go hard. Like last week I went to the gym twice a day, 3 days in a row, and Sean and I, my boyfriend, we've been doing, he got a gym pass finally, because he hasn't gone to the gym for years. He wasn't that much of a fitness person at all, but like now he's going to all the gym classes with me. So it's really been helping me to have that kind of motivation, just like having someone else to go with and hold each other accountable. And I was feeling better. It was helping. And then I stressed myself out again, just putting all this pressure of, okay, this video has to get done and this has to get done by the end of the day and this and that. And then just trying to like, it's just hard. I was trying to be like, okay, no matter what, like I'm going to do this exercising. I was trying to do like I should do 2 workouts a day, like 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And that can be time consuming. And I just feel like I waste so much time just getting ready in the morning, or I just take so long to do things, like to cook food, to do chores. Like it just takes me forever to clean the kitchen and do things like that. So, and then I just will get so down on myself so easily. It's like, oh my God, you failure. Like you took forever just to do, like it's all thoughts, because then when you start thinking like that way, then you start thinking like, what's the freaking point? And it's just like this downhill spiral throughout the day. Whereas like you could have just been like, that's okay, no worries. Like we'll just keep at it. And then it just causes me to then self-sabotage. And then what I could have gotten done if I wasn't so hard on myself and just like full on gave up, just like threw it all away and was like, screw this day, like this is a write-off. So it's hard not to feel like I've failed if I don't get, I was trying to at least do a video a day for the one channel, and then I just like wasn't able to, I like missed a day, and then I just get so stressed. And then I noticed that it was just affecting my whole everything, that to the point where I was like, I just felt confident in nothing. And then I was like, I don't want to go to the gym, I'm just feeling so bad about myself. And then Sean was like motivating me to still, he was like, let's go, and so I've kept up with the gym, even though I've been feeling crappy inside, just kind of depressed. And I mentioned in my first podcast that I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and I still get triggered with that, I feel, and I got triggered the other day, and then I just felt like it's just everything at once. It's like the stuff with my own life and the YouTube and not accomplishing and feeling like my life is over. I'm like throwing my life away, that like nothing's ever going to happen for me. And then at the same time, just feeling like no one gives a shit about me. No one cares. Like, this thing happened or this person did this. And then like, And then at the same time, I'll be so stressed and overwhelmed, like getting calls or messages from people being like, oh, people won't leave me alone. But then I'll be like, I hate everyone. And then it just makes no freaking sense. And it's so ridiculous. And yeah, anyways, can anyone relate? Anyone? Anyways, I've been at least, I was gonna cancel the thing this weekend that I'm supposed to play music at, the outdoor festival thing. Like, I was gonna cancel that because I was just feeling so down, and I hadn't been doing music and had nothing practiced or anything. I was like, I have no time now to prepare. And then I took a freaking breather and I just did more of what I felt like instead of what I'm supposed to or should do, because I just crumbled under the pressure and I had a whole freaking meltdown. And Sean was just like, I just want you to be happy and do what you gotta do to be healthy and get better again, like mentally. And so it's hard to feel like I deserve to put off the other stuff that helps contribute to our household and to play some music in that. And so it's hard to do that. I feel guilty about it, but I think that's what I need to do to just replenish myself. Get like I'm so burnt out by the other stuff, and I need to do my own creative thing. I need to do something that makes me feel like me again, something for myself, like self-care. So I was learning some cover songs. I wrote a song yesterday, beginning to end, actually finished it. So that's an accomplishment, I guess. But I feel like it's like I need to be able to support myself and like work towards becoming financially stable. Like, I contribute in my ways that I can, but with like the other channel, for instance, has been very inconsistent lately, and then my channel has been I don't have like a stable. I'm building an audience in that and just finding my groove and seeing what works and everything. So yeah, I think we're gonna end it here pretty much, but I'm looking forward to playing music this weekend. Shying away, I'll be coming for your love anyway. And I think that'll lift my spirits. My friend who's in a band in town who works at the music store, I saw him because I was picking something up. He was telling me the university here is looking for musicians to play for some time slots during the like Thursdays and Fridays or something. And he said they're really open to like local artists and people just sort of getting out there and, less established. And solo artists is fine because usually a lot of times certain venues they want a full band. I've put off pursuing the just playing live music thing because I don't have like recorded songs. I guess I have a few now acoustic things, but I just wanted to produce my music, I guess I'm trying it myself, and just put some songs out officially, just to have something to point people towards. Like, when you go and play music, but then the songs you're playing, no one can even have a place to find them after, kind of sucks. But I think I could do a bit of both. Like, as I'm working on the recording, I can still play. It's still fun to go and play. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about reaching out to that place. I think that would be good for me. But anyways, hope whoever's watching this, love ya. I hope I'm helping. I hope I'm not hindering. I hope I'm not Debbie Downering on your day. I feel like this was it. I am trying to change things in my life and to make things better. The exercise, though, it does make such a difference, and it's frustrating when I'm still stressed and anxious after exercising. Like, when I was trying to do 2 workouts a day, I thought I could just exercise my way out of anxiety and stress and guilt and whatever, and it's exhausting, it's tough, it's time consuming, and I'm doing what I can, but it's helping me sleep better. That was the other issue. Without the exercise, I wasn't able to sleep, and then the lack of sleep was causing, or I wasn't able to at least sleep properly throughout the night, and then that was causing issues with stress and anxiety, of course, when you don't get a good sleep. But for me, I've always been a person that, like, I did a lot of sports as a kid. I was extremely active. I feel like I have, I don't want to I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but I think I have like symptoms of a bunch of different disorders, as we all do. Like the disorders just means it's to an exacerbated level, but we all have personality types that are similar to different, what would be characterized as mental health disorders. Like ADHD, I'm just someone that's so hyper freaking active, hard to sit still, hard to focus. I was just like that in school, just struggled with homework and doing things. And I'm just like, I'm someone that requires an insane amount of physical exertion. Like, I can just keep going. Like, I can be like, do the hardest workout ever and just put it all, like, just just go so freaking hard. And then later, a few hours later, be like, okay, I still got, energy left in the tank. What now? So I'm trying to keep active, but yeah, it's time consuming, and can be a bit frustrating being like, I have to push myself this hard, like burn so many freaking calories. Just like, it's an effort. It's an effort to go, because I've built up a lot of strength from the gym classes, but then I have to just increase the weights or increase the hardness on the stationary bike, and like to keep making it hard, because then you're just not gonna be getting that much of a workout if it's you've built up to be more fit. It's like you gotta just like keep making it harder, and then I'm just dying in there. But I guess it's strengthening my mind. That's what it feels like. The confidence, the self-confidence, I can feel at least good about something, even though sometimes I'm just like killing myself in there, and then in my head I'm like, I just feel like it's not good enough. I have fears before class sometimes. Like, well, excuse me, a lot of the time, like, what held me back from going to these classes was I was such a perfectionist that I felt like if I couldn't give it my most all perfect, bestest, if I couldn't work out the best, I don't know, I just thought, what's the friggin' point? I might as well not go at all. Like, I would stress about, like, oh no, if I'm feeling a bit, like, I don't know if I'm energetic enough in this, or like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work that hard. Like, I don't know, for some reason I saw it as I go and I don't, I'm lazy in the class somehow, and I thought, then that's a fail. Apparently, like, how is that worse than not going at all? Doesn't make any freaking sense. So I'm just getting way more used to it and knowing that I can do it. I think before I had this unsureness that I could actually keep up with it, that, you go and you work out so freaking hard, and then it's like, how am I going to do this how am I going to keep doing this? Like, that was so grueling physically, but it's more mental. So, sometimes I'm still in the class being like, oh no, like, I'll make it too hard and then I die. And then, or if I'm not absolutely wrecked and I'm like, did I work hard enough? Like, should I have done more? And I'm still, though, was like, my heart rate was probably so insane. But in my head, like, when freaking Jason is like, you can do it, last 15 seconds, like, no, push, oh, it's so hard, oh, but you got it, oh, like, when, okay, sorry, there's an alarm going off, I'm just gonna ignore it, you're trying to focus, yeah, when Jason, he's the spin class instructor, like, he's super motivating, super awesome, like, pushes us so hard. I've done, when I just do the virtual classes, because you can go and have just like a screen comes down, it's a pre-taped, you can do a virtual spin class. The people in there are so less into it. It's just different to having someone in person, and then it's like personalized to it. Be like, come on, Alyssa, you can keep going. Like, he gets to know everyone in the class and stuff, and it's nice going and, knowing, having familiar faces in that. And sorry, I already guessed. Am I ADHD? Like, I don't know. You who cares about labels? But here we go. We're on a whole different tangent. When he's, it's so tough, but I also have to be self-motivating. Like, as much as someone else is telling me to, like, push myself in that, like, I could totally just stop. Like, even when Jason's like, keep going, earn your break, don't stop. Like, you're still in your head, like, oh my God, I can't do, like, I don't know if I can do, and then it's just like, something kicks in with me, and it's like, I can do this, I can do it, and I just say that in my head, and then I get angry, and then he also says too, he's like, if you have to get angry, and like today, I was grunting so freaking much, I was just like, ugh, and it's like, I think I have so much harbor to anger just from my past, what I've gone through, and just about everything, I think. And I think it really releases some of that anger, and it strengthens my mind, because I will think that I can't make it, and then I somehow pull it off. Like, I somehow manage to not stop, and I keep going. There are times where I feel bad about, like, I try not to ever turn it down. Like, I try not to ever make it easier, the level, the hardness, because then I'll feel like a freaking failure. But it's tough to find the balance to be like, Alyssa, like, it's okay. I think today I did turn it down once, and I'm like, I don't usually do this, but I just knew it's like I had made it too hard. I'm someone that tends to make it way too hard. And with this class, what I learned, because I was talking to Jason one day, like a while ago when I was first getting back into it, and I was like, I find the hard tracks so much easier. I'd rather do like hard tracks. And anyways, figured out, like, I was just going as hard as I could, but like not staying on the beat. There's songs and there's a beat, and it'll be pretty fast, and like you're supposed to go with the beat, so you're supposed to make it pretty hard but also keep with the pace. And I would just make it like insanely hard that I'm just like just pulling my leg, like just whatever, snail pace, like going slow, but it's really heavy, but it's like I'm not, that actually is way easier than having it less, like way less heavy, but like consistently going with the pace for the whole track. And so then I realized that I was doing the technique wrong. So then I changed that up, and then it feels good to stick with that pace and keep up with it, and then like make it the whole time, and then also realize, oh my God, I'm getting so much stronger. And one day I just went and did some machines, and I hadn't done a leg press, the leg press machine. I hadn't done that for, I don't know, a long time, but I had been doing the classes, the spin class, and then body pump is weights. It's weightlifting, but it's high reps. But you can do pretty heavy, and then you just do so many freaking reps of squats, and it's a lot of leg stuff. So I was doing some of those classes, but mostly the spin classes, and I leg pressed 200 pounds, and it wasn't that much of an effort. Like, I don't even think that was my max necessarily. I have never done that as far as I can remember my entire life. So I was like, whoa, I'm getting pretty strong. And you notice, you realize, okay, like in the body pump class, you notice, I'm going to put more weight on my barbell because this is easy now. So now Sean and I we've been making it to like every class as much as we can. So, the classes are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So that's 5 days. And then I'm trying to just go every day, even when there's not a class. We've been going to the gym on Fridays and Sundays. So anyways, I said I was going to end this like 10 minutes ago. Remember when I started too? I was like, this is going to be a short and sweet one. No, never happens. But anyways, that was that. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Get some self-care in, and exercise. So important. I started listening to this audiobook called Brainwash. It's about exercise, food, technology, all how it... Oh God, okay, sorry. We're going to end, but one more freaking thing I forgot to mention, I was going to mention. The other big thing was how much screen time I was having and scrolling on my phone and just being so into my phone and technology and constant stimulation that way. The exercise helped me to detach from that. Like, I was just more at peace, like, just, I was just too tired to even do that. It seemed like I would just sort of be like, I just want the silence. So that's another key one. I think the main things that'll like change your life if you're struggling mentally or with anything, accomplishing whatever, I think like the main pillars of health would be the exercise, the food, the technology, screen time, like getting out in nature, meditative types of things, and sleep. So those are the 4 pillars, and it's worth looking into or assessing. Like if you're feeling like absolute dog shit, being like, how's my sleep? How's my diet? How's my exercising? And am I getting sun? Am I getting outside? So anyways, love you guys. We're finally going to sign off, and we'll see you in the next episode.